My name is Colleen Magnus. You are in the middle of the week, in the middle of the day. I hope it's been good for you, but it's really time for you to take a break and watch me create. So I come to you live every Wednesday at noon Eastern Time. I live in Chesapeake, Virginia on the East Coast, and it is a gorgeous day today. We've really had some pretty weather, and but it's funny, it really is the roller coaster time of the year where it's in the 50s one day, 70 the next, back and forth, back and forth. But I'm so excited because we are going to have a family reunion at my house Saturday, and it is supposed to be like 81 and sunny. Whoop, whoop. I am so happy because it is an outdoor reunion, and we will take it. So again, my name is Colleen Magnus, and today you are Creating with Colleen, and everything I do can be found under that, whether it's my YouTube channel, my Facebook, Pinterest. Come create with me. So today is March 26th. We're rolling out March, and we'll be rolling in April soon. And there's a card that I have been seeing all over, and I love it. It's a card with a cross, a pop-out cross. And I thought, well, Easter's right on the horizon, so I really think this would be a great card to demonstrate. But then I also changed the stamp set to where I just think it's a great inspirational card. We all need inspiration. We all get by with the support of our friends, probably me more than others. But anyways, I just think it would be a great card to give to let somebody know that you're out there pulling and praying for them. So without further ado, let me boot up here and see who has come online. I'm going to turn my camera down and we are going to create. So here we go. Put that there. As y'all pop online, I appreciate my faithful ones who show up every Wednesday. You guys definitely just make my day. All right, let me click the live over here and see what we got going on. Let me see. Internet's been a little slow. You know how that goes. Hey, Gwen. Hey, Stephanie. I'm glad you are here. And Melinda from West Virginia. Teresa, I'm glad you are here. I hope you are doing well. Hello, Amy and Terry. Just found me here, watching from Northeast Ohio. Well, welcome, Terry. I'm glad you found me. And hey, the other Terry, oh, and Deb. Deb's my right-hand stamping woman. She's a lot of fun. So, getting started, this is the cross card. So the nice thing is that it will fold down and fit in an envelope. So that part is great. But I wanted to show you this. I've seen it a couple different sizes and shapes. So this one, I kind of pulled it in from a couple different places. Bethany Barnyard, I'm not sure. I took a couple dimensions from her. I found that useful. And then this was one that Michelle A. Vance, a friend of mine that we stamp once a month, this was one that she made. So her cross is a little bit higher. Both are beautiful. This was my color inspiration, by the way. And again, it will fold flat and go in a card. But this is the one that I'm going to show you today. And it uses the Unbounded Love. I use the Unbounded Love stamp set because I did not have the Faith collection. So there's an online exclusive called Faith Collection. And this gorgeous card, I think Michelle made this one too. Big fan of yours, Michelle. And anyways, loved how she used the arches with the stamp set. And the set is really beautiful. It says, let your faith be bigger than your fear. He is risen. God is love. Thinking of you. It has some nice sentiments. And then it has these gorgeous cross dies. I don't know if you can see it as much. She has the flowers over it. And the palms that you can actually stamp and put the cross on top. So beautiful card. So this is a lot where my inspiration came from, but I don't have the Faith collection. Years ago, I had bought a cross bundle that I really like. And so I have that, and I didn't get this. So, you know, back in the day, and Debbie can definitely relate to this, you would have to buy it. You would have to buy it. But I think you can also use, get this, y'all, use what you already have. Woo! That's a heavy concept. Because again, she used it. I loved it on her card here. But since I didn't have it, I grabbed a stamp set called Unbounded Love because I did have this. Now this is online right now. I think it was previously in a mini catalog. And it is great because it has, and who is this by? Debbie Mosek. It was a $1 million set. So all the sayings are great. And then it has these beautiful dies that you can stamp your words in and then put on your cards. So as I looked around, I was like, all right, I'm going to use that because, again, I love the sayings. Faith is being sure of what we cannot see. Love never gives up. Hope is believing in a brighter tomorrow. You're a true blessing. And peace makes the world a better place. I mean, there's 25 stamps in here. So lots of great inspiration if you need to pass that on to someone. And that's what I did. I used the word faith. And then on the back, I have is being sure of what we cannot see. And I'll show you kind of how to get this two-tone butterfly and how to give you all the measurements to make this. So using this, I've also, the designer paper I'm using is on page 35 of the mini catalog. And this is gorgeous designer paper. It is called Floral Delight. So you can see it comes with its own bundle. But beautiful, bright yellow spring colors in there. And then last but not least, for my dies, if you see here, I use a set of circles. This was hot, hot, hot before, and it probably still is, except that most people already have it. And if you don't, I do recommend it. It is called Spotlight on Nature. So it's a beautiful set, but then you have all of these wonderful dies that can fit into each other. And I love how they have cutouts around it. They have this little flowers, the cuts here, and they also have, if you can see it, it's kind of like a radiating die. It doesn't really cut it, but it just gives you some nice texture when you're using your dies. So those are the products I am using. So before I give you the measurements, some more of you have popped on. So let me see who is here. Let me see. Linda, I'm glad you are here. Yes, Debbie's been seeing the cards too. I agree. Thank you, Terry. Hi, Mary. So I'm going to get started and tell you everything you need to make this card. First, you're going to need a sheet of 5 by 5 1/4 inch lemon lolly. And I'm going to be scoring this for you at 1 7/8, 1 7/8, 3 1/8, and 4. And I'm going to do that on the 5-inch side. Then I'm going to take a piece of 3 1/4 by 5 1/4 Very Vanilla. That's going to go on the back. This 3 1/2 by 5 1/2 Old Olive is actually the base. Then I'm going to have I do have 1/8 in here, just the way it worked out. I may try to rework this by doing it by 3/4 of an inch, but I don't think it was that hard. If y'all been stamping with me for a while, you know, just grab your ruler and come along. So this is 1 1/8 by 5 1/8 of pecan pie. That is 1 by 3 pecan pie. And then to layer on that, that's 3/4 by 2 3/4 of the Floral Delight. I love this pecan pie texture piece. That is 7/8 by 4 7/8. And then you will need 2 pieces to go on your sides that are 7/8 by 5 1/8. So I'm going to leave that here for just a second. Let you do a screenshot and you will have all the dimensions that you need. Oh, Barb Muse is getting ready for Hawaii. I bet you are, Barb. That's going to be such a great trip for you. I get the pleasure of stamping with Barb every month, and she comes to our bingo events and fun, which we have a bingo event scheduled, let me tell you now, because it has been selling out. So it has been kind of crazy since the year started with doing crops in the Outer Banks and then going to on stage and just life in general, tax season, all that joyful stuff. But so I have not gotten a newsletter out in the last couple of weeks, and I apologize, but keep an eye out. One should be going out today or tomorrow at the latest. And I will be telling you to save the date. You want to save the date for May 16th, because that is when we have our local bingo. And we've actually had people come in just for the bingo who didn't live in town, because we give away over $1,000 in prizes. And they will be from the new catalog. So that always helps you get a jump on your wish list. So when that goes out, make sure you sign up early, because my spots are limited. And Patty is here too. Good. Okay, so what I'll do first, when I'm scoring a bunch, I do like to take my scoring tool. This thing is great. You could use it on your cutter too. But this to me just makes it so easy. I'm not sliding things back and forth. So you want the 5 inches because this is 5 by 5 1/4, like that. And then I'm going to take my score. I'm going to score it at 1 inches, 1 7/8. Each one of these is an eighth. So 1 7/8, 3 1/8, that little line, and then 4. So that is what I have scored at. Again, that was 1 7/8, 3 1/8, and 4. And then I'll slide this under the table. Oh, Steph's going to go back to Wisconsin. Well, I understand, Stephanie. We got to hook up before you go, though. It has been a while. Been a hot minute. So what I'm going to do here is I am going to, for this first fold here, I'm going to fold it this way. And when you do fold it, these are kind of little. That's why it kind of took me by surprise. It really is a little bit, they're thin, but you kind of have to make it that way to fit in your card. So the first one goes like that. I guess you call that a valley. The next one, making sure my sides are even, is a mountain, because it goes up. So valley, mountain, mountain. So I have to fold it this way. And then this goes just the opposite, my valley. And again, you want to, let me get it even here. Give it some good creases and make sure that it is even when you do. So what you have is that. Okay. So with this now, on the front, I'm going to take those 2 pieces of the designer paper, 7/8 by 5 1/8. And I like, you know me, I like my liquid glue because I can move it around. Hey, Sandy, glad you're here. Miss Davis is in the house. Okay, so I'm going to take this one. And again, this paper is just amazing. So see how I have it down? Then I can try to focus. And it's only like a 1/16. So very thin edge. And then here, we go on this side. And I was really just loving the colors. I don't know that if y'all can really tell when I do my videos. My stamp room is yellow. I always just thought yellow is a beautiful, beautiful bright color. Always liked it. Alrighty. Oh, should leave that out. Now for my cross, that 1 1/8 by 5 1/8. Then this is the designer paper that's going to go right on top, 7 1/8 by 4 7/8. So I'll just put those 2 together. It really goes together pretty quick when you are, once you have everything cut out. But isn't that every card? Okay. So I want those 2 to go together. And then I have my 1 by 3 pecan pie cardstock along with the 3/4 by 2 3/4 Floral Delight. I'll put those together. And actually, I think I know who I'm going to send this to. My Aunt Barbara. She does not stamp. She has bought some of our non-stamping kits and loves them because she loves to send cards. I think she would really like this. So that's what I'm going to do. Okay. So I will put this on here. I think she would like it. And I know she keeps my cards and sets them out. So I think she'll like this one. I'm going to put this in the middle. Okay. Just like that. Now I kind of leave it open when I put this. Because it kind of lines up between those 2 score lines. So I'll just put some liquid glue in the middle. And it's really just personal preference, how far down you want it. I think that'll be okay. And just try to line it up there. Let me give it a minute. And get it under my eagle eye so I can make sure it's all good. Yep. Okay. So I will have that, and that's going to go on my back piece. So that's the front part so far. I'll wait and show you this because I like to show you how I cut it. So right now I can take that 3.5 by 5.5 piece of old olive. And when you put it on here, like I'm going to go ahead and make sure the top and the sides and the bottom are pretty well even, because then when I put that on there, I can pretty much close this and it's going to be the same over here. At least in a perfect world. We'll see. So the back side of this, I'll put my Tombow liquid glue. And let me just put that in here. And I want to hold that just a minute because when I go to, I can kind of hold it there and just to see. It's going to give me a good little, like that. And then on this side, I'm going to fold this back. And that'll give me that. And I'll just hold it for a minute. There we go. Want that just a little bit over. Y'all know me, eagle eye. Which, speaking of eagles, oh my goodness. Danny and I could sit out in the backyard. We always sit out on the porch and have our coffee. It is crazy the amount of eagles right now that are in our neighborhood. We have found this past week, I bet 4 huge fish heads, because we live, you know, right here near the water, where they have taken their fish, eaten them in our pine trees, and then they just don't clean up after themselves. So really, really cool though. I mean, there's nothing more prettier than just sitting out watching this gorgeous bird up against this beautiful blue sky. It's really cool. Very, very cool. Okay. So I'm going to pause here for just a minute before I stamp the back, because I just want to show you cutting these two out, since I might have some new stampers. I hope I do. So what I'm going to do is I have a scrap of Very Vanilla and a scrap of Old Olive. And y'all know I definitely like to just keep a magnetic tray to keep my dies in, because then I don't lose them. It's nothing more disheartening than losing one of your dies or one of your stamps. Alrighty. So I'm just going to take our die cutting machine right here. I'm going to open it up. And it comes with a base plate, which I'm going to put down. It's usually what you put first. Then, since they are dies, this is just a very thin die cutting plate to give you that extra thickness. The clear acrylic and the acrylic piece that goes on top. So all of that comes together. And I can just go ahead, since I'm not having to like really measure anything up. I'm just going to put that there. Put that one there and do them both at the same time. So I slide that in, just make sure everything is even on the sides. And crank her through. And in doing so, I have this adorable little piece. And then I have that textured piece with those radiating edges I was telling you about. I'm just so thankful I had things that can work. But you know what? My mom always says, necessity is the mother of invention. So as I looked around wanting to make this card this morning, definitely was blessed to have the things that I needed. So let me just check again on what's going on. So Sarah, it's okay to join late. You're here and you can always catch the beginning. Hey, Patty from Massachusetts. Let me see. Oh, 2 First Communions coming up. Patty, this might be the card for you. You might be able to use this one then. And Deborah, I'm glad you're here from Houston. So it's okay if y'all are late because you can come back and catch the replay. I just can't be late. I have to be here. So what I will do now is, let me take my pecan pie, which is a beautiful color. And again, I'm going to do this one with the words faith. So I know a lot of different people I could send this to. And y'all just always remember, sadly, I think everybody's got something. They really do. Whether you see it or whether you don't see it, always be willing to lift each other up, just send a card, a thinking of you. And nowadays, you can even, it's not my favorite thing to do, but you can even just send a text that says, hey, I'm thinking of you. But I recommend you following it up with a card because that is something that is beautiful and tangible and something they can hold on to and look at and think of you when they need that inspiration. So here I have faith, and I'm going to take mine. And I think the best way to do this is to put the dimensionals in the center because then I'm not like following it around anywhere. So I will take, let me see, I got some big ones. Here we go. I can just take two dimensionals, two bigger ones. Right here. And then I'm going to take this and just center it up. Kind of hold it up, make sure it's where I want it. You know how that goes. Faith right there. Okay. And then I can push it down. And then for the front, I didn't know what to do for embellishments. I actually have like my one leaf punch. I thought I could put it in there, but I wasn't finding the right green because I wanted it to stand out. I might have to get that stamp set, this one here. I may have to get the online exclusive Faith collection because I do love the palms. That would have been pretty. Or definitely the Easter lily. Easter's not here yet. I think I could still do that. So now I will take, I love the faux glass dots. Probably because it's in 3 of my most favorite colors. Looks like you got a Cajun Craze, a crushed curry, and an old olive. And I'm just going to take, I love you also have a large and a small. But I think I'm going to take this one here and just kind of put that at the bottom. I really wasn't sure where to put them. Again, y'all know that's my biggest dilemma. I don't want to put that there. I will put that there. And then maybe one more small one. And actually, let me just try another. We'll just do all 3 different colors and see what that looks like. Get back on there. I need to change my refill. My little thing isn't big. Nope, don't like that at all. Ooh, did not like that at all. All right, let me put another one of these. Come on, here we go. Oh, my goodness, its struggle is real. Here we go. I'll put it there. So I am going to play with that a little bit as to what embellishments I will put on here. See if I can pull that one over a little more. Right there. Okay. So that is the front. So now let me go ahead. Yeah, Barb is the best. Her and her sister are the best at mailing cards. And she actually, since she's going to Hawaii, got her cards out early. So I'm proud of you, Barb. You do an awesome job with them every year. So this is my 3 1/4 by 5 1/4, very vanilla, because the back of the card is where your sentiment will be. And I am going to take from the Spotlight on Nature the, really like the butterfly in there. So this is Daffodil Delight. I'll go ahead and stamp that first. And I just wanted to bring a little bit of another color in there. So I'm just going to hit the edges with some pumpkin pie. Let's see what that looks like. So I'll come around the edge here. I think I just put my finger in it. Yep, look at that. I'm gonna wipe that on something. Always stamping jeans, y'all. Dark jeans. Better to be on your jeans and wash out than on your card. So now that I have that, little huff, kind of just re-moisten the ink. And then you can see how I have more of a daffodil body with a little bit of a pumpkin pie on the outside. And then with the coordinating words in this set, we have, because faith is being sure of what we cannot see. So I will just take this, put that there, and then of course I need just a little something down at the bottom. So I take my leaves from the same set, Spotlight on Nature, and some Old Olive. And I can just put that there and maybe a little bit down here. So it gives it a little bit of dimension, a darker and a lighter. And then I'm just going to put that right on the back. So again, this can be a Easter card. It can just be a card of inspiration, because faith is being sure of what we cannot see. Just like that. And again, the stamps in this set are gorgeous and filled with inspiration, because again, it could be hope. Hope is believing in a brighter tomorrow. Love never gives up. Peace makes the world a better place. My heart goes out to you. So just a great set to just bless somebody with your card. So before we go, I got to tell you of a couple things. First of all, the annual catalog will be out soon. As a demonstrator, we get to pre-order certain items out of here now. So I can't wait till that order comes in and share them with you. I cannot share what's inside the catalog, but I will be able to share the products when they come in. And I think I got some really fun stuff, because it's also some online exclusive pre-order. So if you have placed a minimum $50 order with me in the last 9 months, you should be getting your catalog free. They will start mailing out next month, but don't worry, if you haven't, you could still order, and I will get your name on that list so that you would receive a new catalog. I am old school, and I really like having one that I can touch in my hands. And for anybody who does order, don't forget that every month I have the creativity files to send to you. So basically, these are directions, pictures, dimensions, a whole 9 yards, supply list to make 8 different projects, 8 different cards. And anybody who places a minimum $40 order will receive this from me each month. Each month are different projects. Or you can purchase it for $10.95 by just sending me an email, contacting me. Or if you're part of my Stampin' Up! Stampin' family and have joined Stampin' Up! Under me, you will get yours free every month. But just a great way to inspire you, and thank you for your support. And don't forget, I touched on it, and I will touch on it more next week. April 15th, our host plan is going to change drastically, and for the better. So basically, anybody who places a minimum $20 order starting April 15th will receive 10% of their merchandise back in free product. And I want you to think of it as Kohl's Cash, because when I do, that's when the light goes on. You must have an online account, which means that you just create one if you haven't already. Go to stampinup.com, put in your email, create a password, select a demonstrator. I hope you'll select me. And then also, when all of this starts on the 15th, they should have a pop-up. And just be sure to select that pop-up that says you are opting in for the free rewards. You definitely want to do that. But yeah, change is good, change is hard. But I think it'll be a change that would really reward a lot of people. So these, again, were my cards of inspiration today. Again, this one from Michelle A. Vance. It's a little different size, but still just as beautiful. And this one she did also. Excuse me. But I appreciate you watching. Please like, share, ring the bell, my video. I would love to grow my subscribers. And if you would like to place an order or join my team or request my newsletter, you can all do that on my blog at creatingwithcolleen.com. So let me just check. I always kind of rush off because there's always something to do, and I need to stop that. I just want to check my, definitely my comments again and see if you have any questions. Parks having card withdrawals. Barb, bring a paper pumpkin with you to stamp on the plane. Actually, you better bring a couple. That is kind of a long flight. So I always stamp whenever we're traveling. I always bring something to do on the plane. I have stamped in many an airport, and it's just fun. I don't sit still well. So thank you, Gwen. Thank you, Linda. Thanks, Rebecca. And I hope you all have a wonderful day. Join me next. Oh my goodness. Next week's going to be April 2nd. Woohoo! Join me on April 2nd as we create again. And I should have my new product. So that should be a lot of fun also. But until then, be safe, y'all. Take care. And again, just brighten someone's day. Be an encouragement to somebody. Thank you so much. And happy stamping. Bye-bye.